Hey guys, what's going on? We're in the shop today. Hope y'all got plenty of turkey yesterday. I did. Let's see. We want to talk about how a voltmeter came in. This is one I was telling you about. We want to put that in the top of the tank. Look like a gas cap. Big, nice big letters, digital. Goes up to, it's from 0 volts to 300 volts. So that's good. You know, it's good for the 72 volt batteries. It's hard to find anything over, 12, 24 volts sometimes for cars. But this is a, what is that? What are they calling it? Peace Fair. I got that off of eBay. It was like 18 bucks. I used to get them off of Amazon. They were called Croxies. They were like 16 bucks. Had to get that, had to come all the way from China. So that's what it is. 18 bucks from China, eBay, called Peace Fair. Now be careful, they make a amp meter that's the same style. Don't get that. Get the voltmeter unless you want the amp meter, but the amp meter only goes up to 100 amps. So you really don't want that. All right, man, we're doing fork rebuild. I'm not going to get into this a lot. It's been done on YouTube, but we had to get them painted up. So these are the 650 forks. Got it painted. Got the upper frame painted. Lower frame hasn't been painted yet. Still prepping that. But new bike, new colors. But we got the forks all. They've been I've sanded them down with 320 and they're smooth. So we got new bush, and these are the stock ones. Are all real cheap thin plastic. And these here are thicker, softer plastic. We're gonna put a couple extra washers on the head of screw. That's what clunks. These screws go up in the fork, and when the fork goes up and down, it clunks on that. So if you want to get them out with a 5mm, put some extra washers on there and help it clunk. And then we're going to put some white lifting grease up in there and rebuild them, get them nice and working. This frame is lagging behind because, man, we really want to cut it. We want to cut it and stretch it. Razor RSF650 stretched lower frame. I've been working on the blueprints for it. I've got all my measurements. I've got my pipe. Nephew came over yesterday for Thanksgiving. He's a welder. Asked him if he could help me out. He said he would. He doesn't live too far. He lives like a half hour away. So I'm cool with I've got all my measurements, so I'm good with fabbing everything up. Now I've got this. This is what this tube is, 3/4 inch, 5/8 inside, and excuse me, I only have one hand because I'm filming, but we're going to sleeve it with this solid 5/8 rod, and then slide them in there. We're going to cut there, so we're going to add 3 3/4 inches to the frame to make it length. The thing I've been most debating, because when you do, you got to think this through. When you do that, this upper frame, that upper frame pivots on those right there. So your plastic mounts on that, and it's kind of like right about in that angle or something like that. But what it does is it clips under there. It goes up under there. So when you're doing it, essentially you're raising the bike some. So that's you're gonna have to cut the back of that out, is what I'm saying. And I don't know if I want to do that. I think I do. I think it's worth it, because my cut points, where I'm cutting, the peg is beyond the cut point, so the peg's going to slide back. All your motor and everything will slide back, so none of your chain length, any of that will change. That'll all slide back. In essence, what it does is slides your foot pegs back, and it extends your battery tray 3 3/4 inches. On this, you can make whatever, you can go 4 inches. I just picked that. I just figured that was a good point. You don't want to get that thing way out there, have trouble turning it. So we've been working on that. We've been working on forks, painting, paint shop over there. We got the frame. Frames look good. So I'm gonna match the forks. And look what came in. Sabvoton 7280. That's 80 volt. That's 80 DC amps. Continuous. 200 peak. We got it plugged in. The green light's on. That's a 72 volt battery. But we've got hooked up. New motor came in. So this is a 48 volt motor, 2000 watt, hooked up to the 72 volt 80 amp. It gets warm after a while. We still have the 3000 watt we might throw on there, but the torque's way different. I can't. I'll take off slow. Yeah, you gotta hold down. You gotta hold the motor down when you turn this. I really, the big difference over that Kelly right there. Huge difference. This thing has massive torque. And that's running off of one battery. We don't even have the other battery hooked up. That's another 60 amps continuous right there. And this has flux weakening. I pulled it up. It has Bluetooth right here. I can pull up on my phone and change all my settings, my current settings. I can change my flux weakening current. How much amperage it pushes through there. It's a pretty nice controller so far. I was surprised how big it is. It's if you go down one to the 60 amp, it's smaller. But this, and then go up to the, I think the 150, even the 200 amp is that size. So that's pretty big. But what we're doing is, if we're making the bike 3 3/4 inches longer, it's gonna fit in there nice. So we've been working on that. You know, it's winter here. You can't ride, so I'm in no hurry to get any of this stuff done. Take my time. Make sure the controller's working. And bench test it. But yeah, that's got some torque. But it gets warm. It's gotten warm here on the bench just testing it. So, you know, and that's rated at 42 amps. You know, I don't know what this 3000 watts, probably 45 amps. You know, so it's not much more than this 2000. So that's a big 2000 watt motor. Those are great. This 4000, it's 48 volt, 2000 watt. They rated like 4,300 RPMs, but they'll take whatever you throw at them. So that's what we've been up to. Excited about this. This might be something here. But there it is, man. If you want it, I'll share my information. There it is, right there. You know, if you do it before me, do it. Tell me how it worked out for you. You know, I'm not selling the kits here. All it was some measurements and some dimensions. You got to make the cuts. You make the cuts wherever you want, you know, but you don't want to get back. You don't want to screw with this angle, you know, but you can cut anywhere in here, cut anywhere in here. I'm choosing to cut here because it'll push all that back. And if you cut, you know, you don't want to cut here. You don't want, if you cut here, then you lengthen your chain. That's a pretty weak point, because you cut there and then you'd be cutting there. I'm gonna cut here, and then I can come through with the whole plate, because I want a plate there anyway to mount my controller, so I can make that solid all the way across there. Then these pieces will extend here and there. Like I said, it's gonna push that mounting point up, and it's gonna spread that, and you're gonna have to notch out the bottom of your fairing if you want your plastics to go back on. I want my plastics to go back on, so we'll have to modify them. But that's been my only concern about doing it. That, and once you cut that, I mean, it's not like you can buy that frame on Razor.com. So once you cut that, you better get back together if you want to ride, because you gotta get a whole new bike. You don't want to do that. But so there we are, man. things are coming together. Been trying best to answer you guys' questions. I think I have. I can do some videos on you guys' questions if you want to post them. A couple guys were asking here. Guy was asking about shocks. He was asking about shock. This is stock one. This is the stock razor shock. It's like 270 millimeters from eye to eye, and then like this thickness is I think 20 millimeters, and then I think, not quite sure what this is. This might be 12, might be 14. Not sure. But that's about all, man. I'm gonna show you what I was up to. Going new color, new bike. Same bike, but you know, it's a whole new. I mean, this is a whole new setup here. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna lay down some speeds with that. So, if you ain't first, you last. Ha ha. Catch you later.